watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connors.
And I'm Vanessa Paz. Let's go ahead and get a check on your forecast with meteorologist Evan Narani. Big weekend ahead for a lot of families, a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of travel.
Like today through the weekend.
Right.
It's just a whole stretch.
Yeah.
It is rather warm. It has been for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
It's going to stay warm for this afternoon. And then tomorrow we start to see some changes in the form of cloud cover. So today will be a mostly clear day, mostly sunny out there. Temperatures exceeding average by 10 to almost 15 degrees in some cases, all the way up to the low 80s today across our inland valleys, thanks to those Santa Ana winds. This is that gorgeous live look outside from Mount Soledad to start off the day, facing Mission Bay. It's a great start to the day. Back to you.
In about an hour here, sharp nurses and healthcare professionals are set to go on strike.
Yeah, the strike was authorized last month. CBS 8's Chris Grow is live over at Sharp Grossmont with how the healthcare system is responding and, of course, what patients need to know. Hey, Chris.
Yes, good morning. And look, the strike has already been authorized. It's set to strike. But what we're also going to be seeing happening, of course, is the picketing that takes place with this strike. And that's going to be taking place in about an hour's time. So what we want to do right now is check in with Kara Ricks, who's been a nurse in the Sharp healthcare system for about 15 years, you told me. Kara, this is not a decision that you guys took lightly to go ahead and strike, but also picket. What is going into today's decision as a union as a whole?
Nurses, we're caregivers. We want to take care of people. That's why we go into this field. We want to take care of our community. We want to take care of each other. I've been a member of La Mesa community for 15 years. I was a new grad here at Grossmont. I was even a volunteer as an undergrad in 2002. So I'm invested in this community. My kids went to school in this community. We're only out here because we want to help the community better. Yeah. We want nurses to be able to take care of patients. We want the community to feel safe and have care that really cares. When we're burnt out, having to work overtime, we're burnt out and we don't give our best, not because we don't want to, but because we're tired. So today I'm out here for the community so we can advocate for better staffing. Retaining staffing is a big deal. If Sharp is the caboose in the wages in the area, people leave. We lose our experience and patients suffer.
There was also the comment about the sick leave and how it is that the accrual process and how that sometimes the nurses feel like that's kind of putting them between their health and their patients and being here for their patients. Could you explain a little bit about what it is that you guys are looking at right now, what you want when it comes to health, or your own healthcare, your own sick time?
Yeah, so we had a very decent health sick time policy, but Sharp took it away mid-contract without warning. So nurses are in fear of corrective action if they take the day off to care for themselves or a family member. So they're coming to work sick just to avoid corrective action. And we're really asking for them to, undo the harm they did during the middle of a contract that wasn't even expired.
Okay, well, Kara, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of insight there. And again, just one of many stories here of the nurses that are here and going to be on strike picketing at all major Sharp locations. Again, not just Sharp, Grossmont as well, too. Now, speaking of Sharp, I do want to read to you a portion of the statement that they put out in response to this strike. It says, quote, "Your care remains our top priority. Sharp anticipated that the union might take this step and has highly qualified nurses and other healthcare workers ready to provide the excellent care our patients and their families deserve and expect." Again, that's just a part of the statement that Sharp Healthcare put out. This strike is expected to end here at the end of this weekend. Again, whether or not they're able to come to an agreement remains to be seen, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll send things back to you in studio.
Thank you, Chris. Well, this morning, a 3-year-old girl is recovering after she was reportedly bit by a coyote. It happened in University City around 9 last night near La Jolla Village Drive and Executive Way. The child was reportedly bit on the arm and hip. The San Diego Humane Society has confirmed they have not been able to locate the coyote.
This morning, 3 immigrants detained in San Diego County are suing ICE, claiming they've been re-detained without cause. The proposed class action lawsuit says agents are arresting immigrants at check-ins even after they were cleared for release. The plaintiffs say they have no serious criminal records, have followed all rules, and were not found to be flight risks or dangers. The suit seeks their release and a court order stopping redetentions unless ICE can prove a person is dangerous or likely to flee. Homeland Security has not commented. This morning, new hope for an Encinitas business owner who faces possible deportation to Mexico. Norberto Ambrosio Aguilar was not detained when he appeared in court yesterday. However, the case is not over. The family says they have operated just Peachy Market for almost 7 years now. Ambrosio Aguilar says he first came to the U.S. in 1990 as a teenager. He says he is in the country on a work permit, which he typically renews every year. But this year, his case was reopened. He hopes the judge grants him a pathway to a green card. The judge moved to hold a second hearing in May.
It's a relief, I have a few more months until the new hearing.
We get to have him for the holidays, another 6 months, give or take.
Supporters held a rally outside of the hearing. People brought signs, gave hugs, and prayed for the family.
Well, later this morning, a lawsuit over a controversial apartment project in Golden Hill will be heard by San Diego Superior Court judge.
Yeah, the project's an 8-story, 180-unit apartment building being built on 3 vacant lots. CBS 8's Regina Yorita joining us with more on why some residents say they're against this here. Regina?
Yeah, guys, well, this hearing comes after a San Diego Superior Court judge issued a temporary restraining order halting construction on an 8-story apartment tower of 186 units in Golden Hill. The project aims to bring affordable housing to the city. Now, this started in October after the community group Preserve Greater Golden Hill sued the city over the approval of the project. Members of the group, mainly Golden Hill residents, argue that developers are replacing affordable homes on 3 vacant lots because of this project. They say it's 5 stories higher than the community plan allows and could overwhelm parking spots, evacuation routes, and fire and police access. Members also worry that if the court rules the project legal, it will set a precedent allowing developers to target lower income rental areas like Golden Hill under the guise of affordable housing. Last month, we talked to residents who live in that area, and here's what they told us.
It shows that the judge thinks our case is serious. And to have somebody come in and put an 8-story with luxury apartments is totally antithetical to our neighborhood.
The city went ahead and allowed for this type of building when we don't have the infrastructure or the mass transit, as they said. So the judge ruled on that. The judge caught it. So our city's corrupt.
Another lawsuit is expected to be heard in court at 9 a.m. Back to you guys.
The California Highway Patrol's Thanksgiving holiday enforcement period begins at 6:01 today. Tonight, officers are looking for impaired drivers as well as people not obeying traffic laws. Increased enforcement will run now all the way through midnight on Sunday. And today will be one of the busiest days on the road ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. In fact, here's a look at the traffic cameras from yesterday afternoon showing local freeways courtesy of Caltrans. AAA says the worst travel time today between 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. The Sunday after Thanksgiving will be the busiest overall. Today's average gas price in San Diego, California is $4.77 rather for a gallon of regular, dropped 2 cents from yesterday. That's about 24 cents higher than the same time last year. And once again, you can get free gas in Chula Vista this morning. The Helpful Honda people are doing a giveaway for Thanksgiving. This is at the Vista location of mobile gas station at 710 Sycamore Drive from 7 to 9 a.m. And this will be for the first 100 drivers. CBS 8 is helping you find the cheapest gas over in San Diego. Just text the word gas to 858-571-8888, number right there on your screen. If you do so, we'll send you a link to a map with the lowest prices.
I can save you some money. This morning, airlines battling storms and winter weather across the nation, working around the clock to get Americans home for Thanksgiving. San Diego's airport authorities urging you to plan ahead with parking reservations and shuttles and to be ready for ongoing roadway changes around Terminal 1 construction. San Diego International says 875,000 people are expected to pass through the airport during this peak travel time.
We anticipate 80,000 people per day. That doesn't mean that they're all going to come right at noon. It'll be stretched out during the entire day.
Make sure to check your flight status before you leave home. Give yourself plenty of time out there on the roads as well, because you're going to have lots of friends out there with you here the next couple of days.
Hopefully they're friends.
And for those who are visiting San Diego, I know that there were talks, rumblings of maybe some showers this weekend. Should they be bringing, I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like right now as we look into the end of the week, we had talked earlier this week about time frame Monday or Tuesday earlier this week, where we had seen that chance for rain in the forecast. It was even something that we kind of teased as early as last week. Now it seems like that chance for rain going to Sunday, Monday time frame is starting to really diminish. So we don't see as much of an opportunity there for any of that rain to really come to fruition. In terms of our current temperatures out the door, we are mostly in the 50s right now. 55 in Carlsbad, 67 in Ramona. This is warmer than we were just 24 hours ago, and the reason why is because those Santa Anas are starting to become more and more active. So as those winds come over the mountains, they help to keep our inland valleys a little bit warmer as they are right now. Alpine is at 61 degrees right now. 61 degrees is about as warm as we got in Ramona for a good portion of last week as those storms came through. We got all the way down to 55 degrees as that afternoon high last Tuesday, and then yesterday we got all the way up to 80, so a huge departure, about a 25-degree change overall in just a matter of a week. Today's expected to be even warmer. We should be getting to 81, maybe 82 degrees. Some of our inland valleys, including Santee, El Cajon, could make it all the way up to 84. Rain chances, like I mentioned, instead of having to consider for a strong chance of rain, it seems like that chance is only at about 10% for Sunday now. So each day moving towards Sunday, we've watched as these models have given us less and less of a probability of precipitation. Santee and El Cajon looking at highs in the mid-80s, 80 in La Mesa, 78 in National City, 75 in Chula Vista, up toward North County. Fallbrook should be hitting 83 degrees this afternoon, 81 for RB and 82 for Poway and Ramona. Tomorrow, those temperatures barely cool, only by a degree or two. We'll hold on to the warmer than normal temperatures, but see a good amount of cloud cover roll in, and then those temperatures really start to slide more notably by the upcoming weekend. Let's check in on how drive times are looking outside. I will say, for a holiday week, where we typically see a lot less congestion, we can very clearly see the holiday rush picking up. So while most kids might not have school or parents might not be going to work, you can see there is still a lot going on the roads. I want to take you to two crashes specifically. One is on the 5 northbound before the 75, so that is the Coronado Bridge. Second thing to mention is already causing some pretty decent backup, stop and go traffic all the way up. You got the right-hand shoulder blocked with a crash on the 125 northbound. This is right before the 94 freeway. Live look outside shows it's still a little dark out there. Sunrise isn't for another 15 minutes or so, so please still take some caution out there on the roads. As far as your drive times go, we're looking pretty good on the 805 northbound, the 94 westbound, and the 5 southbound. All these spots at the very least are in the mid 60 mile per hour range. As far as your drive times go across our ports of entry, San Ysidro, it's going to take you a while, over 2 hours to get across. Should be about a 2.5 hour drive across the border there. Otay Mesa, port of entry, you can knock that in half, even less, in fact. 75-minute wait, it looks like, or less at the Otay Mesa port of entry.